Here at WMAR2 News, we are committed to bringing you the most comprehensive coverage of this political season leading up to Election Day on November 6th. It's your voice, your vote. One of the tightest contests in our area is expected to be the race to become the next Baltimore County Executive. The previous executive, Kevin Kamenetz, died suddenly of a heart attack earlier this year. His chief of staff, Don Moeller, took over the office, but Moeller is not running, so there is no incumbent in this race. Now, both the Democrat and Republican who are running had to get through some pretty tough primary battles. WMAR2 News' Christian Schaefer talked with both candidates and put together two stories. The first is a look at what Al Redmer and Johnny Olszewski hope to accomplish if voters in Baltimore County elect them to be their next leader.
For 10 schools in Baltimore County, the first day of school came in the second week. Delaney High School and 9 others don't have air conditioning. Hot temperatures kept the doors shut and opened a hot topic in the race to become the next Baltimore County Executive. Democrat John Olszewski says one issue leading to crumbling buildings was a spending decision made by the county's previous school superintendent.
You know, I'm all for the use of technology in the classroom. But we spent $300 million on a laptop program for all of our students at a time when kids didn't have air conditioning fully up and running. We have schools with brown drinking water.
Republican Al Redmer says the 10 schools could still have opened on time if the late county executive Kevin Kamenetz had accepted an offer from Governor Hogan to provide portable air conditioners as a short-term solution.
And our county executive, who was running for governor, did not want to be in a position where he was subservient to the governor, even though it was the right thing to do for the children of Baltimore County.
Both candidates say if elected, one of their first priorities would be to bring the county's old school buildings into the present day.
Under a Redmer administration, those partisan political battles are not going to happen. Again, we're going to seek common sense solution to do what's best for the citizens of Baltimore County.
And what we need is leadership who's willing to be transparent, but also prioritize those needs and be very clear about where those dollars are going so that it doesn't become political. I'm proud to be the education candidate in this race for Baltimore County Executive.
Olszewski is a former teacher, and he's been endorsed by the union representing teachers in Baltimore County.
By investing in our schools, we're going to see more people move here, stay here. We'll see property taxes rise, will grow our county. That's the first point. And if we don't invest, we're going to see, I think, a decline, because the first question people ask about when they decide to move or stay in a community is, what are the schools like?
But to avoid raising the property tax rate to fund that investment, Olszewski says he would work with the state to secure money that's been promised for education and find more efficiencies in Baltimore County's $3.2 billion budget.
I think taxes should be the absolute last thing that we turn to, and part of why I'm running for executive is to make our budget more open and accessible and transparent, putting it online, showing people where the revenue is coming from and how it's being spent.
Al Redmer is trying to become the first Republican to serve as Baltimore County Executive since 1994.
Folks are unhappy about what's going on in Baltimore County. They're unhappy about the increasing crime. They are unhappy about the condition or the quality of education in their school.
Redmer is Maryland's insurance commissioner, but he says if elected, he would lean on his experience in the private sector, starting and running companies in Baltimore County.
What is it that should have been done that has not been done? Step 2, we need to quantify. We need to put a price on what it's going to cost to fill those unmet needs.
A lot of similarities between these two candidates. They're both lifelong residents of Baltimore County. Redmer's from Perry Hall. Olszewski is from Dundalk. Both served in the House of Delegates. Olszewski for 8 years, Redmer for 12. So how do they differentiate themselves from each other so that voters in Baltimore County can make their decision? We'll hear more about they plan to handle the next 6 weeks of campaigning leading up to Election Day. That'll be tonight on WMAR 2 News at 11.